So, I told you that I was going to be going on holiday. I didn't actually tell you where I was going. I went to Brazil. Let me just say, before we even got to Brazil, the fun began, because why was our second flight, the flight that we actually need to get to Brazil, cancelled? I don't know who was trying to try me that day, but somebody was trying to try me that day, because we ended up getting to Brazil a lot later than we had hoped we were going to get there. So we were supposed to get there at like 7 in the morning, and we ended up getting there at like 7 o'clock at night. Now, if it was down to weather conditions or something that is out of their control, cool. But come to find out, the plane that we needed to get on to get from London to Rio was still there. We were going to be delayed, but then our plane actually got there with still enough time for us to be able to get our next flight. And yet still we were told that our flight was cancelled. The maths was not mathing. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Adriana. If you're not, then you're probably used to seeing this face, and I hope you stay tuned for the full duration of this video to see what I got up to in Brazil. Well, not to see what I got up to in Brazil in detail, because somebody forgot to film. I got caught up in all of the vibes, and pulling out my phone was the last thing I wanted to do, not just because of all the things I've heard on social media about my phone being taken, but also because I just wanted to get lost in my experience. It was my first time there, and I really just wanted to embrace it, and I did exactly that. I wasn't actually going to create a vlog, but then I realized that I have a little bit of content that I could use to create some kind of video, and I feel like for a trip like this it is very much needed. So just be mindful that this video is probably going to be a little bit choppy, a little bit all over the place. Parts might not make sense, but I'm going to try and jump in where I can to just try and add a bit more details, some explanations, whatever it is you may need throughout the video. But yeah, I just wanted to show my face and give you a little bit of an introduction. You're probably going to see me quite frequently through the video, because if I just insert the clips, you're probably going to be like, what is going on here? So hopefully by doing that, it will make sense as you watch. Last year for her birthday, Shivani, one of my close friends, you've probably seen her in some of my other videos, decided that she wants to go to Brazil for her birthday. So originally we had planned to go in October last year, but then as we were figuring out the logistics, we kind of decided that it might make sense to go in February instead, because that's when Carnival is. So we scrapped our original plan of going in October, and we decided to go in February instead. Everybody was on board, so this was set, flights were getting booked, and we were ready to be in Brazil. Because Shivani is just such an organized individual, she decided to plan out the whole trip. So we had an itinerary of what we were going to be doing throughout the holiday, and that included some amazing activities. Spoiler alert, we didn't get to do everything because we were tired, but we did get to do most of the things that we wanted to do, and overall it was just an amazing trip. One thing I will say though is that the accommodation that we stayed in, it just was, oh my goodness me, I can't even. Cockroaches. Yeah, I'm saying this. Just not hygienic. Like, it just was not what we thought it was gonna be based off the images that we saw when we were booking it. But because we didn't spend a lot of time there anyway, we didn't let it ruin our trip. However, I'm just saying this because I'm not going to give you any details for the Airbnb, because I would not recommend. If you are planning on going to Brazil for Carnival, I would say make sure you plan in advance, book in advance. It's a very popular time to go. While I was there, I bumped into a lot of familiar faces. I was watching videos on social media and everyone was literally saying how everybody is in Brazil.
It's fine. It's fine. I didn't even want to go this year. I wasn't meant to go this year because if I went this year, my body fat percentage needs to be a bit low because I wouldn't be able to cope with the heat.
I was just laughing because I was there as well. But yeah, it's a popular place at the moment and I can see why. Because I mean, I'm back, but I feel like my heart is still in Brazil. I can't lie. Anyway, let me show you some of the things that I got up to while I was there. I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't want to tell you to drop it, but I don't want to play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. But baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. That looks so good. It's a good day. As you just saw, we got to see one of the 7 wonders of the world. I feel like it still is one of them, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So seeing that in person was the most surreal experience. And to be honest, the day we went, it was really foggy, so we weren't actually sure if we were going to be able to see it properly. But it was such a, I don't even know what to call it, like a magical moment. We all just kind of looked up and the clouds started to just go like this. And that feeling of just seeing it there, I'm telling you, even if you're not spiritual or you don't believe in God or whatever the case may be, you will feel something. It was just like a real moment that will probably stick with me for a really long time. But I was a little bit sad in that moment as well, because this is something that my sister's been wanting to experience for a long time and she wasn't there with me. So I decided to call her because I thought, let me see if I can video call her, because then at least it's something. So I was able to do that, so she was able to see it that way. But obviously she still wants to be able to take that off. But I'm really glad that I've done it now. I'm so grateful to have been able to have that experience. We also celebrated Valentine's while we were there, which was so nice because, to be honest, I didn't really have any plans for Valentine's anyway, but even though I'm not in a relationship, I do like to do things for myself on Valentine's Day. So it was really nice to be able to spend that with the rest of the girls and to have a nice meal. We went to a restaurant called Spicy Fish. It was really, really good. Food was nice. Staff were lovely. Like, no complaints. We enjoyed it. It was Shiv's choice, and one thing about Shiv, she's gonna pick a great restaurant. So we had a beautiful, wholesome night together, and we were all just talking about, you know, how great it was to just be in each other's company. And we had moments with food where we were falling in love with food. It was just very much needed. And most importantly, Shivani was very happy. That's exciting. Let's check it out. We had 7:30. We're just leaving Carnival, but actually not the real Carnival. It was a blocker, wasn't it? Yeah, we need food, but then we're gonna probably go back out and do it again. We've not been to sleep yet. This is yesterday's makeup.
You said anything about sleeping? We're in Brazil. We were never gonna sleep.
I just bought a kanga.
Oh, is that what the call?
Morg's bought a kanga too. Do you want to try that again?
Right. wait. Twitter! Oh, it's so funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
been
we
a
need
long
answers to what's going on. What we doing? Why are we awake at 8 in the
And
morning?
we're sat on beachfront at like 7:55 in the morning with no sleep. Like I know it was gonna be like bar, next bar, event, next event, locos, cheeks, and then now it's beach and food and hungry.
Yeah.
So
And questioning life choices, never.
yeah.
Because it's been perfect.
But I don't regret any. Of
I don't
this.
regret anything.
I would do it again.
Same.
And I know we will function today.
Why am I crying? I'm joking.
I was like, what did I say?
I'm having a cod
It's
moment.
because my voice is going, but I thought, am I cackling with my voice?
No, I feel like my eyes are burning. It's the sun.
How are you doing?
Hi.
So we could have moved slightly, that's fine. Okay. We're doing well.
You're not that high. You're not high. Think of it like you're at Christ.
Deep breaths. Hold my hand, do you want to squeeze? Just look up. You don't look anywhere but up. You're doing well. You're doing very if you look straight down, you can't see anything else but rocks. So you'll be able to focus.
I bet not. No, don't tell me.
Don't say that.
Don't tell me.
Freaking her out.
Oh no.
We're almost there. A couple of seconds, we're almost there. There you go. Admiral. You're doing very well. Very well. Just a couple of seconds, we're almost there.
I think the sides are nicer than the front.
Okay. 5 seconds. You've done very well.
Yo. I don't think I've told you this, but I'm afraid of heights. So that footage that you just watched, because if I had a choice in the matter, I don't know if I would have been able to get on that cable car. But because it was on the itinerary, it was something we all wanted to do. I kind of just went with the vibes, put my sanity aside for a second and just did it. And you know what? I closed my eyes throughout the whole journey, because one thing about me, I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up, I'm not looking anywhere. Just get me to the top safely and we're all good. And thankfully, God did exactly that. We got to the top and we got to see the most scenic views. As you will have seen, there is an opportunity when you get up there to be able to do a helicopter ride. And a few of us were definitely down for that. But me, I'ma stay on the ground. You guys do whatever you're doing, but me, I'm staying right here, okay? The next day we went to a place called Ilha Grande, which is a rainforest island. It's got beaches, it's very scenic, it's chill. Well, that's the vibe I got from it anyway. So if you want to see a little snippet of that, then stay tuned. So we've just left Pedro de Sal, is that how we say it? And now we're at the beach again to watch the sun rise. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Only in Brazil. Look at this view, guys. So beautiful. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? It's 5:25. We just left the function and now we're on the beach. I'm moving to Brazil. Guys, you won't catch me in the UK no more, because guess what? My black ass is moving to Brazil. I'm so sorry. I love y'all, but I gotta leave y'all. Because, wow. It's a beautiful night. Oh, that is insane. What? Oh.
Yes, Adriana, it's such a vibe right now, honestly.
Carnival. I don't even know how to describe Carnival. It's not what I was expecting. It's very different to the type of Carnival that we have here. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just different. You're there for a really long time and you just see these grand, beautiful, just out of this world floats coming down with amazing dancers, amazing vibes, fireworks. And I know there's a lot of history to that, and I would be lying if I was to say that I know exactly what that is, but I have done a little bit of research since I came back because I can't get Brazil out of my mind. And it's just like a mixture of different cultures, so like Portuguese and African, and it also seems to be quite spiritual as well. I didn't want to go too far down that lane because I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I definitely need to do some more deep diving into the history, because if anything, going to Carnival in Brazil made me just more curious about what that actually means. What does it signify? Why does this bring such joy out of people when they are there? Because I feel like if you're not embedded in that culture, you don't have that understanding. So can you truly understand what Carnival means? And for me, I feel like it's important for me to at least try to have a bit of that understanding, so I can also feel connected in the way that Brazilians do while they're there. And I imagine other people probably do too. But for me, it was just very new, very different. And yeah, I didn't know what to make of it on the actual day. I would definitely recommend getting there early. We got there a little bit late, I believe, so we were way at the back. But I imagine if you get there earlier, you'll be able to go on the actual seats that they have, or be able to get closer as well. There were like designated areas. There were certain areas where you couldn't stand. It's a bit like an arena in that sense, but no matter what, we made the most out of the experience. And some of the floats, as you saw in this video, were absolutely just breathtaking. Like, I don't have words for them. I don't know how much time, effort, energy, money went into them, but it really was just an incredible moment to be able to experience that. The music, the joy, the vibes. Yeah, I felt all of that. And just to be able to get ready together as girls and just put on some sequins, glitter, all the things, and experience something like that, yeah, a time was had. And to be honest, my feet, at this point, my feet, the pain, the aches, I don't know if it's just because I'm in my 30s, but like this holiday and my feet, several foot massages have happened since I've been back because my feet were not ready. They were not ready for what they were going to experience on this holiday. All the all-nighters, all the dancing, walking around, like it was just a reminder that as soon as I get back, I need to get back in the gym because my body, yeah, she was tired. One thing I really wanted to do was go to Black Rio, but we didn't get a chance to go there. So that just means I need to go back, which I'm not mad at. However, we did get to see Stella on steps, and I'm so glad that we did it because it was just amazing to see in person and to be able to get some nice pictures there. I'll insert a few pictures so you can see. And let me tell you, we had to get so creative with taking the pictures because it was so busy that it was going to be really challenging to try and get a picture that had nobody in it. Like it just wasn't going to happen. So we had to figure out a way to make the most out of the situation that we were in. So, you know, we were walking up the stairs, getting pictures, walking down the stairs, getting pictures, sitting down in specific areas, looking for when a space was free, but not trying to photobomb other people's photos. Yeah, it was a lot. We got there probably about 2 o'clock, I want to say. This was the day we were leaving to go catch our flight, so we got there a little bit later because we just couldn't wake up early in the morning, and we ended up doing a little bit of shopping before we actually got to the stairs because there's like a little market around there, so we did a bit of browsing before we got to the stairs, and then we just went for it. And I'm glad we did because we managed to get some cute pictures, as you just seen. And I just feel like it just won for the books, you know? That famous scene in Snoop Dogg's and Pharrell's video, like, that is so nostalgic. So to be able to actually be present for where that was filmed and to just feel the vibes while you're there, yeah. Yeah. I think that was just like the icing on the cake for the whole trip. Definitely. Then that was pretty much the end of the trip. Did we do anything else after that? No. That was it. We headed back to the Airbnb, grabbed our bags, waited for the girls because they had some gifts for us before we left. And yeah, that was the end of our Brazil trip. I definitely am so glad that we set out. There was a particular day on this holiday. I think it was like the second to last day. We were supposed to go to Little Africa, I believe, and to also have a meal at the end of the day. And that just did not happen. Me and Morgs just did not have the energy. At this point, so we just decided that we were going to have a chill day. We slept in a little bit, paused and just laid on our beds for a little bit. We were trying to avoid doing this in the holiday, but I feel like you need at least one day where you can just breathe. So we needed that to just reboot ourselves, and it really did help. So we just chilled. We went and did some souvenir shopping and actually had a really nice day. We got a Subway because we saw a Subway. We'd been thinking about that for a really long time, so we got that and just had a really easygoing day so that we would have a bit more energy for the night. But actually we didn't end up going to a meal at the night. That was meant to be Shiv's birthday meal, but the rest of the girls were having a time, got a little bit drunk, and decided to stay at the event that they had decided to go to. It was like a sunset DJ. So there's a lot of events going on in Brazil that you can go to. So there's always something to do for sure. I mean, this holiday was jam-packed. We were always doing something apart from that day where we kind of slowed down. And even then we were still doing things, you know. I will be filming a haul of everything that I bought from Brazil because I just feel like it's needed. And also, like I've said, I'm still there, so I want to just reminisce on some of the items that I bought whilst I was there. So that will probably be coming up next. I do just quickly want to speak about the food as well, because we didn't really have that much Brazilian food while we were there. We did have a lot of, you know, the fresh fruit drinks, freshly made, so good. And also I made sure I had at least one acai, which was really, really nice. We also had these little bowls called cheese puffs. I would definitely recommend those. Those were so good. But we didn't have like authentic Brazilian food, which is what I feel like I need the next time I go back. So I feel like I have to go back. Yeah. We're going to speak it into existence and we're going to make it happen. That brings me to the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm back home now in the UK and missing Brazil. I can't lie. That place, oh my goodness me. Wow. Yeah. We had some experiences. Nearly all the gang fell in love. Like, it was deep. Girl, take yourself to Brazil. If there's anything you take away from this video, take that away. And I will see you in the next one. Even God doesn't want us to go. Look, first day it's rained since we've been here and now we're heading to the airport.